Brisket, whiskey, and meth. That's the story of tonight as two men in Harris County broke into a family's home while they were on vacation and took over the entire house. Crazy stuff. You'll see what they got into. Let's check it out.
Thanks for joining me. I'm Anthony Antoine, only on Fox here tonight. So these two men are spending the night inside of the Harris County Jail after a wild home burglary. Deputies say they broke into a family's home while they were on vacation, but that's just the beginning of the story. Fox 26's Sherman DeSell went out to the property near FM 1960 in Aldine Westfield and spoke with those homeowners.
When did you and your family, you got in your camper and you left when?
Saturday morning.
Mm-hmm. And typically, nothing really happens over here.
No, did you see our signs at the end?
I saw your signs in the front.
He came up the driveway and seen a guy, random guy just sitting on our porch. He told him he knew us because he seen our name. As he's talking to him, my Jeep comes pulling down the road with the other thief driving it.
There's a picture. Did your son-in-law take that picture where he was right there on that porch?
Yes, sir. They're homeless, desperate, and they're hooked on meth. They'll do anything they can do. Hi, how y'all doing? This is my husband, Joe.
Hi, how are you? You invited us in, okay? That alcohol bottle they were drinking out of that?
Oh, yeah. And there was a few other ones I threw away.
They like they drank all your Buffalo Trace? These are all of your old phones.
Buffalo Trace, that's good stuff, especially in a nice Manhattan.
They found charges for every single one of them and had them charging. And then there was the two pistols were sitting up here, right? Two pistols were sitting up here. And right.
All right, so they drove their Jeep. But I want to play another video for you after this one. The same story, but more details. So I want to play this one, then I'll play the next one. But so far we have guns on the counters, took all this, found a bunch of cell phones, charged them, drank their bourbon. Yeah.
Rifle. They even got the brisket out of the refrigerator.
Oh, they ate some brisket too.
Chopped it up, had some hot sauce out.
I'm sure they were going to stay longer. She just found some boudin that was in our freezer that they took out. I guess they were going to cook it tonight if we didn't come home.
This is Jerry Vallade, or Valade, and this one is Dustin Gamblin. Dustin's got a rap sheet all the way back from 2005.
We saying tear my house up, man.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I mean, it could have been worse.
It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
And your reaction, had you been closer, probably would have been a little different.
It would have. Yeah, definitely. It probably wouldn't have been good for nobody.
I know that's right. Eating the brisket, breaking into the home. Well, the two men are now charged with drug possession, breaking and entering, an unauthorized use of a vehicle. It's all felony charges for both of them. But tonight on the newsfeed at 10, we're going to show you even more of what the men did inside of that.
All right, and that's what I want to show you next, what these two wackos did. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
In case you missed this bizarre squatting story in the 9 o'clock news, two men were arrested after Harris County deputies say they broke into a couple's home while they were on vacation. Can you imagine? The homeowners say that they ate their food, they wore their clothing, they even drove their Jeep. The men face some felony charges now, including drug possession. Our Fox 26's Sherman DeSell visited this home and got some more details on this crazy situation.
When you hear this, what goes through your mind?
They're desperate. I mean, they're homeless, desperate, and they're hooked on meth. They'll do anything they can do. We think that's why I think they were in the woods, because I think the dogs got used to them somehow.
Oh, so you think that they made friends with the dogs for a little bit and then coerced themselves in here?
Oh, they even got the brisket out of the refrigerator.
Oh, they ate some brisket too.
Chopped it up, had some hot sauce out. Took a shower, left his clothes in the dirty clothes hamper, used our toothbrushes.
The nerve.
Yesterday, the sheriff's
I mean, they really made themselves at home.
department, I said, what if they got something in here, you know, that if I get pulled over and it's here, he said, go to the car wash and have it completely cleaned inside out, in the inside. Well, I pulled into Mr. Car Wash, and they had a bunch of lighters in my Jeep. So I lifted up my lid and I moved things around, and there was a big bag of meth in my console.
So they bought this at Dillard's?
They went to Dillard's. They went all the way to Willowbrook and bought jeans.
Oh, okay.
Vintage.
Does this make you move any differently when you decide to maybe go out of town for a couple of days or anything like that?
I'm sure it's going to. I'm sure it's going to. We haven't thought about going anywhere. We just got back, but yeah, we'll probably maybe get a house setter, maybe a better dog.
We thought we had done everything that we needed to do, and we really didn't think it would happen to us because we're not in a neighborhood. We got signs out there to tell them not to come down here.
To back off.
Yeah.
And that didn't deter them. So looks like people are just getting more bold.
If they're for the drugs,
Yeah.
for the money, for the drugs.
That's crazy. I can't imagine coming home to that. Well, meantime, both men are in the Harris County Jail with some high bonds. So you can go to our Fox Local app right now to hear more about this.
Yeah, their bond, let's see, it's pretty high. I found it on this article here. The two men face numerous felony charges, including drug possession, breaking and entering, unauthorized use of a vehicle. Gambling was given a $60,000 bond, while Valad was given a $35,000 bond. So, yeah, that's a pretty crazy story. They made themselves right at home. Brisket, had the hot sauce out, charging phones up, went to Dillard's, did some shopping, took a shower. He actually took the Jeep. That's a wild story. I mean, these things happen all over the country. We have a lot of this here in Texas, but I'm glad we're actually taking action on this. So if you take a look here, the survey found that there have been an estimated 475 homes that have been occupied by squatters in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area, and about 125 in Orange County, Florida, which includes Orlando. So, yeah. So it's not uncommon here in Texas for these types of things to happen, for people to take over homes. But we are doing something about it, like Florida did. So Governor Abbott signed a lot of bills this past legislative session, some more high profile than others and some not so much. But there was a squatting bill that was signed. Abbott signed a bill that would make it easier for property owners and landlords to evict squatters. Senate Bill 38, authorized by State Rep. Sean Betancourt in Houston, look at that, what a coincidence, aims to stop people from living on property they don't own or rent without permission. Under the bill, property owners can file an affidavit with the courts to prove ownership and that the occupants are trespassing. The courts would then need to act within 10 to 21 days of that filing. The legislation also introduces criminal penalties for squatters, including potential fines and jail time. Property owners must provide an affidavit proving their ownership and that occupants are trespassing. However, it does include some safeguards to protect tenants with valid lease agreements, valid leases, or legitimate claims to a property from being wrongfully removed. While tenants could still appeal an eviction, they would only have 5 days to do so. Some Democrat state lawmakers expressed concerns that for those served with an eviction petition, the 5 days can include weekends, federal holidays, or other days when the courthouse is closed, which they argued is unfair to the person being evicted. Interesting. And there was another bill signed as well. Senate Bill 1333, which has been signed into law, allows property owners or their agents to file a sworn complaint with the sheriff to initiate the immediate removal of squatters without a court order, provided the property is not open to the public, not under litigation, and the occupant is not a tenant or family member. This law, effective January 1st, 2026, also introduces criminal penalties for presenting fake leases or deeds to claim property rights, classifying such acts as first-degree felony under HB 1076 and SB 1333. These reforms represent a major shift from the previous system, which required lengthy legal eviction processes. I think a lot of people here want this because, like I said, there have been 475 instances here in DFW alone of squatting situations. So that happened down in the Houston area, and a lot of people were curious. what is Texas going to do about this? Are we going to get more tough on these squatters? And it looks like we are, thank goodness. I know Florida got pretty tough on them last legislative session, I believe it was, but glad to see we took action. Yeah, I'm going to leave that right there. I just wanted to share that wild story with you about those two wackos taking over somebody's house, eating brisket, and just made themselves right at home. So, wild stuff. Yeah, I'll leave that right there. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next time. Thank you. Take care.